What's up, YTBC? Thanks for checking out the video. This will be my Degale versus Jack fight review. The fight took place last night in Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It was for the it was a unification 168 bout for the WBC and an IBF championship fight. Now, first off, I didn't get to catch the fight last night. All I did was catch the end of round 11 and then round 12, and then I was pretty much on Twitter seeing what everybody was saying, listening to the interviews, heard what Floyd had to say, and he did a little bit of bitching, but that's called karma right there for his ass. So at that point in time, I wasn't aware who actually won the fight, so I did decide to go ahead and check the fight out this morning once I found a decent YouTube HD video where I could score the fight cleanly. I was watching the Texans versus Patriots. I had some money on that game. Texans didn't cover that 15.5 points. I live in Houston. I don't root for them anyway, but I was thinking they could pull through and probably win some money, but fuck those guys. I'm not sure what time the fight started, but it started pretty early, because if I started watching the fight around 10:30, 10:45, and it was already at round 11, I mean it started, I guess at 10 o'clock, and I was expecting it to start around maybe like 10:30, 11. But like I said, I didn't watch the fight last night. I only saw the last two rounds. I watched it today. I did go ahead and tweet out my scorecard while watching the fight. Round by round. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at SweetScience84. I also was discussing what I was seeing in the ring. So if you don't want to listen to the entire video, you can definitely go to my Twitter page, and then you can get the scorecards and the end of the you can just find out who I thought won the fight, pretty much, because I'm basing this video off of my Twitter scorecard. Now, I did make a fight prediction video for this fight. I did expect James Degale to win the fight. I was predicting to win fairly easy, maybe 8-4. I thought Degale would be too active, be able to outbox Badou, and get a unanimous decision. All right. So this is all. Of course, right now I know who won the fight. I haven't seen anybody videos on YouTube as of yet. Well, when I did my Twitter feed, my Twitter scorecard, I didn't see anyone's videos. I've seen them now, but like I said, I'm doing this based off of my Twitter scorecard. And let's go ahead and get started. So I felt round one was a clear win for James Degale. I scored it 10-8. He gets that extra point for the knockdown. Wasn't too much action in round one, but I did see James Degale winning that round. And so right now it's 10-8. Round two, I also gave that to James Degale. Jack, I'm reading from my Twitter. Jack landed probably like 3 solid effective shots. And I wasn't scoring the kidney and hip shots for him either. I know some people do tend to score those type of punches, and I wasn't doing that for him. So I felt Degale landed some solid left uppercuts on the inside. He also followed with a straight left hook type punch. It was loopy, but also straight. He landed that pretty well. He landed another couple more few shots that I felt were clean. Jack did land a clean counter right hand. But then Degale, with the championship mentality, he pressed him. He was trying to get his leg back for allowing that counter right to hit him. And I felt James Degale did just enough to edge out round two. So I scored that for James Degale. And scorecard right now would be 20-17 Degale. Round three, I gave that round to Jack. He was doing great body work. He was landing some nice uppercuts inside. He also landed a nice left hook later in the round. I didn't see too many clean shots from James Degale. A lot of them were hitting the elbows and the guard. So I did go ahead and give round three to Badou Jack. James Degale didn't seem to be doing enough. Jack was landing clear shots that I saw land. So I give round three to Jack. That makes the score 29-27 Degale. Round four, I gave that to Jack as well. He starts to look more comfortable. He was landing at the body at will. He also was landing some nice straight right. No, he also landed a nice straight right to the collarbone of James Degale. I started noticing that James Degale was attempting to steal the rounds at the end. It wasn't quite enough for me. Jack controlled majority of the round. I'd say about 2 minutes, 30 minutes of that round. Degale did pour it on late in the round, but it wasn't enough to win that round for me. I think Jack did a lot of good work early off in the round. Degale did have his moment, but I still scored that for Jack. So the score as of after round four is 38-37 Degale. Round five, probably one of my favorite rounds of the fight. It was very close, very hard to score. Like I said, it's the best round so far of the fight. Round five. So Jack, he was doing some nice inside work with the hooks. James Degale was landing combos. I had to rewatch that round just to score it. And on the second viewing, James Degale started the round very strong. He should have kept moving because once he planted his feet, Badou Jack started to land clean and often. And I was still unable to decide who won round five. It was a back and forth kind of round. Jack did rock Degale, and the ref also got rocked as well at the end of round five. And I thought that was pretty funny. I think that's probably the first time I've seen something like that happen in boxing that I can recall right now. I do hate giving 10-10 rounds, but for round five, I had to give it a 10-10. I couldn't pick a clear winner for that round. So right now, after round five, the scorecard is 48-47, James Degale. Round six, I gave that to Badou Jack. I thought it was a close round until Badou Jack landed that shot to the body, and then he took charge of that round. James Degale, he really looked hurt, and Badou Jack was doing a lot of damage in that round six. The one thing I can say good about James Degale was that while he was being damaged and beat up in round six, he was still gamed. He was still fighting back. But that round I gave to Jack, so round six goes to Jack. 10-9, so it's all tied up after 6 rounds. It's 57-57 so far. Excuse me. Round 7, I found a lot of these rounds kind of difficult to score because each guy was giving and taking. It depends on how you like to score fights because I like both styles of fights. I think both guys were kind of effective. I do think Jack was coming on a little more after round 6, though. So round 7, it was another round I had to rewatch, and it was close. But on the second take, I felt that Badou Jack clearly won this round. Jack was controlling the majority of the round, and Degale is definitely trying to steal the rounds. He landed some nice combos and some good body work at the end of the round, but he didn't do enough once again to take that round because Jack was on him early, and he stayed on him. Degale tried to come on late in round 7, but at that point in time, I think Jack did enough to take that round. So round 7, I gave it to Jack after rewatching it for the second time. Here's a side note. Most of us are males. I'm pretty sure you know this just like I did. Between rounds 7 and 8, they took to Degale's sister. And I'm not sure if both broadcasts did it or not, but the one I was watching was Showtime. And of course, my scorecard is totally different than what the Showtime scorecard is also. I do have Badou Jack up 67-66 after round 7. But back to what I was saying, between the round 7 and 8. I happen to notice Degale's sister. I've been noticing on YouTube and the YTBC they were mentioning Floyd trying to steal or trying to get with Degale's sister. She's a beauty, of course, but the lady that was next to her with the curly hair, if anybody can, please try to find out who she was because I thought she was stunning. And if she has an Instagram or something, I wouldn't mind following her. But back to the fight. Round 8, clear round for Jack. There's not too much to say for Degale. He really took a beating in this round. It was so bad of a beating, it could possibly be a 10-8 round. This was the first round that I felt someone dominated, dominate the other person. Like Jack dominated Degale. Degale didn't get any licks back. He was on a bicycling around. He looked hurt. I was shocked that James Degale was still there after the round. I thought after round 8 or in round 8 that he was probably going to be finished. But he was able to stay on his 2 feet and make it through round 8. So now after round 8, the score is 77-75 to Badou Jack. Round 9, off first glance, it could be a toss-up round. I was pleasantly shocked because, like I said, I was going for James Degale. I was shocked that James Degale was able to recover from the beating that he received in round 8. It was a give and take round, but I slightly edged it to James Degale. So round 9, I gave that 86. It's 86-85 now for Jack. Round 2, I also scored that for James Degale. He started off extremely strong, following up from round 9, where he did much better after round 8. He did allow Jack back into that round in round 10, but James Degale finished stronger to me. And just to be clear with everyone, if you're shaking your head or disagreeing with me, rounds 9 and 10 are very debatable. You could pick either guy who won those rounds based off what you favor or how you judge and things of that nature. But I saw Degale doing just enough to eke out rounds 9 and 10. Another thing is the rounds that Degale was winning, they were very, very close rounds. And the rounds that Jack won, they were dominant. They were clear rounds for me to judge. It wasn't no debating about it. So that's how I see right now. So as for right now, it looked like Jack has got his second win or something after taking a beating in round 8. Degale was getting his second win. Badou Jack seems to be slowing down a bit. And after 10 rounds, I have the fight even, 96-96, going into the championship rounds. So round 11, it was another great round. I was probably my second favorite round of the fight. Badou, he started off strong, landing jabs and body shots. A lot of people weren't noticing the body work and the short left hooks that he was landing, probably because, they were close in, and it's hard to score inside fighting when it does happen, but he was also landing those jabs. Fuck. And he dominated round 11 early, but he did allow James Degale to get back in the round again. Both the guys had their moments. James Degale did some good work in round 11. I felt that Badou Jack did have the cleaner, harder, effective shots, and you could see the wear and tear on James Degale. He was the bigger guy in the fight. And James Degale was fighting the way he should have as well. But I felt like Jack was able to force his pressure on James Degale a little better than James Degale was able to outbox and ambush and get in and get out and use angles. In round 11, it could go either way, but I scored it for Jack. So now I have the scorecard 106-105 for Badou Jack. Now, seeing after last night, I already knew who won the fight. Saw it on Twitter. I saw round 12 as well. Already knew who won round 12, but I did go ahead and rewatch it again. And it was a clear round for Jack. You have to add in that knockdown, which makes it a 10-8 round. One of the notes I put here, Degale showed great heart, but Jack edged them out in a 116-113 victory. Again, You wonder how I got that score. I did score around 5, 10, 10. Very close round. I couldn't pick a winner for that round, honestly. There was a lot of close rounds, and I'm sure we won't have the same card because there were a lot of close rounds. And if you favorite Badou Jack, then you'll probably have this fight as a landslide or bigger than how I have it. But if you also favor Degale, then you could possibly find your way to get in a draw somewhere. But I see it as a 116, 113 for Badou Jack. I really felt Badou Jack did enough to deserve the win. And like I said before, I was picking James Degale to win the fight. I really don't dislike either guy. It's just the fact that Badou Jack is TMT, and I have a dislike towards Floyd Mayweather. So when I get the chance to root against him or things that he do, I would do that. But me being fair and honest, Jack won the fight. A lot of people were complaining after, getting a chance to check out the videos. I can't see no one saying James Degale only won one round. I don't see that at all. But, it's your opinion how you judge fights, and I hope you respect mine and understand the way I scored the fight. I still feel Triple G will beat both guys, either have 168 or 175, but that's not going to happen till later. I would like to see James Degale face Gilberto Ramirez since he'll be staying at 68. I would prefer a rematch as well, but Floyd made it pretty clear last night that they're going up to 175, and I guess Jack will be facing off against Adonis Stevenson, from what I've been hearing lately as of today. But you know how this shit goes in boxing. You never know until the fight's signed. And, all in all, it was a great fight. I enjoyed the fight. I can't complain about it. Be happy that we got to witness a pretty good fight last night. If you felt that Jack was robbed, and I'm talking to one person, but you also felt Ward beat Kovalev, that's what we call karma here. And yeah, I did troll you last night on Twitter. But at the same time, as you can see, I did favor Jack in this fight last night. But you need to call it fair down the line, And then maybe I won't troll you, or maybe I won't call you out on your bullshit so damn much. Thanks for checking out the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Again, you can follow me at Twitter at SweetScience84 or BlackJamesBond84. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will be making another video for Triple G versus Daniel Jacobs pretty soon. That's the way I saw the fight. Go ahead and leave a comment. If you disagree, please let me know. If you agree, show some love, and I appreciate it. Have a good night. Peace.